I've been so looking forward to it. I remember the first day I rolled into your place of business. And I remember the first thoughts that went through my mind is why in the hell are people spending 1,000, 5,000, and $10,000 for some glasses?
They're not just glasses.
I know. I know. I got an education.
Yes.
And now, since you know how they say when your mind has been exposed to something, it can't go back.
Can't go back.
So I remember listening to all the stories you told me about these glasses. I remember there was an event where people literally came in with cases of glasses and had a story behind each pair. And I was like, what? This is a real thing. Yeah.
We forget that there. So I forget that I'm in this secret society of glasses, like of art. It's an art.
Yep.
So, and especially with what I do, and I forget that I'm a part of that. So, of that society. So sometimes if I'm like out and I'm chilling, and then one of my friends come, they start describing these glasses to me, and I'm like, yeah, they're cool. And then somebody else, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to talk about glasses anymore, but I forgot I'm a part of this society.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm like, that I'm just like accepted in, and I'm just the best eyewear stylist in the world.
I love it. So for me, when I think about Detroit, it's more than just simply a brand or more than just glasses, right?
Yes.
Like your business is a cultural statement.
Yes, it
right?
is.
I wouldn't call it a niche part of the culture. I thought that's what it was. But now that I'm watching concerts and paying attention to what people are wearing, I am looking at like video productions and podcasts. And now when I'm out and about, I'm actually paying attention to people's eyewear.
Yes.
And before I was not conscious of mine, I didn't care. Like eyewear for me was disposable. It was like a spoon. But
Yeah.
that's
But I'm gonna tell you.
So what problem were you trying to solve when you launched Detroit? What problem were you trying to solve? What motivated you to do it?
Well, what motivated me is because I love designing people's eyewear. So what you said was you never paid attention to anybody's eyewear before until I explained to you what glasses did, and that it was jewelry for your face.
Yep.
That's what it is. So you probably subconsciously have seen people, and in your brain you'll say, oh, that person likes money. That person likes to, you would gauge a person by their face. You don't know that, but subconsciously you do. Like when you see me, instantly people say boss. Oh my God, she's, because they have diamonds, it's Cartier is a part of the culture, but really I like being at home. I'm a homebody. So your glasses make a statement for how you're feeling at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a statement piece. So these are Cartier.
Mm-hmm.
Cartier are considered jewelry. So these are 18 karat gold plated.
Okay.
So I added diamonds to these as well. So these are like 6-pointer diamonds. And then I did the custom lenses here. So it says.
Are you showing it off?
Yes, absolutely. Let's show this.
Show it. Zoom in here right quick. All right. Give it to us.
So this has candy. This is one of my favorite pieces. This is one of my favorite pair. Because this is the one that when I first came from corporate. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I made these. So this has Cartier here. And then the tint has 3 colors. So it has aqua, lavender to gold. I don't know if you can tell right here. I did 3 different colors. I will probably have to put something white in the background that you could see. So that's what makes these glasses so special here. Then when I put them on my face, you can zoom back in on me. It goes from nice young lady to
you're a celebrity.
That's it. And then there are other looks besides just not just Cartier.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't get me wrong, we love Cartier, but like I said, everyone gets it confused because Cartier is actually the oldest jewelry line around.
Yeah.
So being an authorized dealer, you get your serial number, your stamp of authenticity, and you could claim them on your house insurance or your car insurance. Yeah, Cartier is considered collateral. It is collateral. So when you buy into luxury, you want to be able to claim them. You want the, so that's another thing. It's an accessory, but it's jewelry.
Okay.
A lot of glasses are like that. Like, for instance, these are another pair that are my favorite. These are my Maybachs.
All right.
So,
Maybachs. Okay.
yeah. So these are white buffalo horn.
I remember you telling me about this. When you said that,
Yes.
I looked at you like white buffalo horn.
Yes, all white buffalo horn. And these are 18 karat gold plated right here, as you can see. And then it has a marble here, and they're handmade in Germany.
Okay.
Yeah. So a lot of glasses that are made in Italy, Germany, and Japan they are really good at designing by hand.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
Well, okay, hold on. Press pause. So this is almost like watches.
absolutely.
Like the glasses are wow, that's amazing. You could not have convinced me. Okay, now I'm beginning to understand.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
No worries.
there are different looks, right?
Yeah.
So as you can see, zoom back in on me. You can see how I have these.
Yeah.
And then these also turn me into Hollywood.
It does.
Oh, when I have the little peacoat, I am officially a star. I'm important.
Okay.
Have my coffee in the morning. You don't know me, and I'm gonna have on maybe maybe a mink, or I could have on a cream and brown peacoat, or a cream, with a fur, or I can just wear this and be okay.
Okay.
That's it, and I'm still important. So glasses set the tone.
So I was taught growing up that the first thing people look at is your shoes. But now that I begin to reflect, you're right. The first thing people notice is your face. And then they look down at your shoes.
Then they look at your shoes.
Yeah.
It's my face first. So my face gives all the credibility. So that's what glasses do. When people first see you, they want to see your glasses. And then I have this one. This is a Tom Ford. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm not like, I love Tom Ford suits. I love his glasses, but they're so simple to me, but they're nice. They're just nice and clean. These are a pair of my favorite Tom Fords. Okay. I am like such an aviator girl. I love big glasses. So this even goes with my all black dress today.
Okay.
Right? So these are handmade in Italy as well, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. And what I love about these is that I love the orange tint to these because it's all black, but like a oranges yellow shooter tint. So I want you to see these on my face again.
Okay. All right. We can do it. All right. Here we go.
Ready?
Yeah, ready.
There you go.
Okay.
So see how it changed?
That does change. That is a totally different look.
Yes. It depends on how you're feeling for the day.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
See, talking to you is bad news. Because when I talk to you, I immediately start thinking, maybe I do. Okay. So, this business is different. People can't walk off the street.
No.
And start up the type of business you did here at Destois. So talk to me a little bit. What was the most difficult transition from going W-2 to going to starting up a business around eyeglassware, and then actually being able to take these glasses and put it in a customer's hand? Talk to me about the difficulty and what's involved.
The most difficult process, it is the capital. You put everything you have into each item costs. We didn't put into a cheap pair. Like we didn't get any 60 or because even if you do 60 pairs of cheaper glasses, let's just be honest, if you do that times $300, like between $60 and $100, even if you spend that much, that's still a lot of money. Yeah. We're not talking about glasses that are $60 or $100. We're talking about we put investments in glasses that cost $500 to thousands of dollars. So,
if it's not to scare people, but if somebody was like, I want to do this and I want to be serious about it, like you, like this is my jam. I love this industry and I want to start a business industry. How much capital I need to bring to the table? just to get started? Ballpark.
Ballpark for me to get started, I would probably say between about 3 to 500,000. If
Okay.
you want to do it the right way,
Yeah.
that's what I would say. I would say 350 at the least, 500,000 and 350,000 at the least. If you want to do it on a serious level.
Interesting. So, there are certain businesses that the banking and lending industry frowns upon. They look at it and they say, we're not lending to that. It's too high risk or whatever the case may be. I'm curious. Not that I'm going to do it because I'm just going to defer to you. But what would, if a person's looking to acquire capital to get into this industry and they don't have $300K sitting underneath the pillow?
Honest to God, my best advice. So I learned everything along the way, right? There's no right way or no wrong way to do things, right? You just have to keep going. So you have to finish what you started. Now, if I could do things differently, I would have had way more capital. And there's a lot of twists and turns that I know personally, that I would have done differently. But
Tell me more. What would you have done differently?
Well, I don't want to say a lot on camera, but I personally would have done differently was started off with what I could handle for that moment.
I got you.
So if you start off with what you can handle for that moment and build it out, it's kind of like you are your brick. You know what I'm saying? So they'll say business credit, they'll say, oh, capital, but you don't get any of that. You have to be willing to struggle. You have to be willing to struggle for the first 5 years. They say that, but you got to be willing to take a risk. You have to be. You can't say, I put all this money here and it's not sitting here. No, you have to promote. You have to get out there. You have to do it. So what was your question again?
No, it's all good. You answered it. Indirectly, we can have an off camera conversation. Yeah. Securing vendors and then having the confidence to stare somebody in the face and say, look,
because I did it first.
You need these, and you're going to spend the equivalent of someone's monthly income.
You saying it like that.
But it's the truth. Straight up. And a lot of entrepreneurs fail because they're gun shy. Right? They're afraid to lean in.
Oh, no.
And, ask for what they're worth.
Well, I'm aware of the culture.
Yeah.
And I'm aware of my surroundings and I'm aware of what people are looking for. So I always stay up to date with the latest styles of fashion. Even if I don't wear it or even if I don't love it, I try to stay up to date and I try to look at a person's lifestyle. Like I can literally look at you and tell you what you would like in my store. I wouldn't do too much and I wouldn't do too less. I would do just enough for you to wear every day. I would get you used to the luxury, like the lightweight, get you used to your first pair. And then once you get your first pair, you're going to you're going to be like, okay, I need a second pair to change up this look. And then you'll have several different pairs to switch between. Glasses are a lifestyle. They're forever. You take care of your glasses, you have a lot to switch out into because I switch lenses out as well. So I change prescriptions. A lot of places don't update prescriptions if they no longer carry that frame. I do.
Okay.
Yeah, so that way you have a lot of different styles to where you can still keep those too. Yeah, there you go. It's a whole gateway. It's a whole gateway. You get your first piece, you're doomed.
So you kind of answered the question, right? You are taking inventory of people's identity.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
And then you're referring accordingly. Whereas for me, before meeting you, glasses were just functionality, right? If my kids step on them, drop them.
Yeah, it's like you're good.
Yeah. But okay. And now I'm thinking critically about, because I'm well aware of this. When you walk into certain rooms, you don't get a chance to make a first impression. And as I watched you put on these different shades here, these glasses, it does project a certain type of personality. It
Yes.
projects it projects something about how your self-concept.
Yes.
Yeah.
It changes everything.
'Cause those glasses that you're sporting now, like some version of that I could see myself with.
Yeah.
But that other pair of glasses, I was like, nah, I ain't trying to
No,
get these.
no, not at all. You don't want the attention because then there's another pair.
Okay.
So let's say you like aviators. These are like these are more down tone, and I can even change the color or the tint or on that one. So then I have this one. This one is called Dita. This is so these are 18 karat rose gold plated. These are handmade in Germany. So this is a nice one as well. So wait till I put these on and then watch what these do. So I just want you to see the transformation.
Okay. All right.
So
all right.
This one, you see,
Interesting.
it turns me to someone else.
That says like sophistication. It's interesting.
This says
go ahead.
This says sophisticated. This says 18 karat gold. This is saying she's minding her own business. She looks nice. She could be into fashion. These are saying she's incognito, but she looks good. She's fine. She's going to her car. She's going shopping, but she looks good. This one here is saying, who is that? This has the wow effect of who is that? How important is she? That's what that says.
Interesting.
And this one says, we stay gated up in the city where we love to shine. See?
Now, help me out. Because when I was listening to some of the other people in the shop, just like a lot of different things, music, clothing, Detroit has its own culture.
We do.
Right? We got Detroit has its own, like you can spot a Detroiter. That's the beautiful thing I love about our city. No matter where we roll,
yes.
Better like when I've traveled across the United States, for whatever reason, I don't know what it is. You can spot a Detroiter when you see it.
Absolutely.
Now, here's the question. Is there like a subculture of eyeglass wear for Detroit versus elsewhere? Or is it a situation like our music where our style has just been exported and people have imported our style elsewhere?
That's exactly what it is. Detroit, we tend to stay with the same style.
Yeah.
And we grow it, and I can't explain it. We'll see something on TV and we'll rock the latest fashion, but we're going to stick with the same culture of glasses, of eyewear, because that's the number one capital. But people they steal our style all the time. We are the fashion capital. New Yorkers, because it's a lot of demographics and it's a lot of different people. So I would give them but it's Detroit. We have our own swag, our own style. No matter what style we're going with, we're always going to be fly with our accessories, our glasses, shoes, and purses and belts. Women hair and lashes and nails. Detroit. We're always going to be put together.
So if you were in New York, you were in Los Angeles, Miami, Houston, like all the hot spots, right? How would you determine a Detroiter from looking at the glasses? What style glasses Detroiters typically rock?
It would be Cartier.
All day.
It would be Cartier. And then they would probably have on a really nice pair of Gucci's. They would rock Dita or Chrome Heart. But if you see a Detroiter out, start with their glasses. They're going to have on. But if they're out of town, they're definitely rocking Cartier.
Okay.
Yeah, but unless you're on the beach, you might have on a nice pair of Ray-Bans, but you can tell a Detroiter, like, look at their glasses and their shoes when you're out of town.
No doubt.
Their shoes are always going to tell. They're always going to have on a crispy pair of shoes and a crispy pair of glasses.
All right, so help me out a little bit. Let's say I decide to take an active interest, right? I want to participate in this part of the culture, get engaged, get active. Give me 5-star, I don't know, Chili's, Ponderosa, you know what I mean? Like everyday type. We just versus White Castle.
What do you mean?
Break it down for me. Right? Number one, the type of glasses and the budget someone should expect. Right? Versus they're looking for 5-star treatment glasses. Like I'm a pro, I'm elite. Versus, you know what I mean now, right?
Yes, a little bit. Well, here's the thing. No matter what rack you pick off in my store, it doesn't matter if you go to anything that's on sale that's cheap. Like we have $100 package deals for people that's more affordable for a lot of people. I still do a good job. Your glasses are going to look like $1 million. So the experience that I have that makes people want to buy and spend, because now they know no matter what, you're going to put your hard-earned work into whatever they get. So I make sure my clients get whatever they ask for. I make sure they don't miss a beat.
So indirectly, you just said we don't do White Castle here.
We don't do that here. Everything here is 5-star treatment. So we'll even, like, I can even measure and shape a custom lens to your face. So big or small. I have several different shapes, not just this.
But still, I mean, look, you can eyeball someone and know whether or not they spent a couple $100
on their glasses
versus whether or not they walked in and said,
absolutely,
let me, run that $20K. What is the difference? Help me out. I'm trying to get initiated here.
I'm trying to understand. Okay, so what is am I missing something?
Because you said they're jewelry, right? Yeah. So I can look at a man's wrist.
Absolutely.
I can look at a man's rings. Oftentimes, I can look at another man's chain. And I can determine whether or not you walking around with somebody's yearly salary or if you are walking around and you just bought that off Etsy or something like that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So how can I ascertain? Because obviously, when I decide to invest in another pair of glasses, I'm coming to you.
It's the lens work.
Okay, talk to me.
It's the lens work. So I hate to give. It's not the frame. It's the frame, but it's the lens work, and it's who does your work for you.
Okay.
It's about mixing formulas together. It's about combining them to make it look good for you. So that's what I specialize in. I take my job so seriously.
Tell me more. Formulas. What does that mean?
Formulas. That means like materials. Like you have different materials for different prescriptions. You have different brands of anti-glare. You have different brands of tint. You have different labs that you use for specific eyewear. Someone asks for this one, we might not send it to the same lab as this one. You ask for specifics, we might send it to this lab. We might. So it's different labs, different formulas, different combinations. I mean, the list goes on. So I always say you could tell a person spent real money by their lenses. So if they don't have like anti-glare on them, that pisses me off really bad, because no one should walk around without anti-glare, in my opinion.
Keep going.
Well, not just you.
Keep going.
But no matter what you do, you should never opt out on an anti-glare.
Okay.
Because it helps with computer usage, nighttime driving. Overall, it looks better. It gives you a certain level of clarity. Now, I do have some clients that don't like the shine. They don't like it, so I put it on the back side. But I don't do anything without anti-glare.
You put it on the back side. So that means the glasses don't have that shine or veneer look.
Absolutely.
But still, It's anti.
Absolutely. It still helps with eye fatigue. It still helps you see clear at night. It still helps with nighttime driving. So it's ways to do things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is interesting. I would have thought it would have been all about the frames.
It's not. It's all about the lenses. I can have these same frames and a different lens.
Yeah.
And it won't look, it'll just look tacky. It'll just look like you have on Cartier.
You're right.
But if I change the lens work and I lighten the tint to your liking, if I change the tint colors, there's a lot to do with designing. Like there is. So let me show you this one real quick then.
Okay.
While we're at it.
You about to bring it to the table?
You thought I didn't have.
Yeah, I was looking for the bag.
This one here is another Panther edition right here. So I want to show this. This is what I really want to show you.
Okay.
This one was made for a young lady's mom who passed away. And it has shade 89 right here. Can you see? And then she actually has pink to gold on her lenses. So I customized it to fit her face. And then she actually wanted cuts on her lenses, like versus just the facet that I have. So it's like some people want.
You said cuts on her. So talk to me.
So these are cuts. So this is
I can see
a form of designing.
Yes.
So this is, she liked my shape, but then I added a facet. I mean, for mine, but she wanted cuts on hers.
Okay.
So that's another thing. Like people are.
Now I'm beginning to understand.
Absolutely. It's more personal.
Yeah.
It's way more personal. Like I said, she has shade 89 over here because that was the year that she was born.
Okay.
So
we'll edit that out. You going?
You could hear that?
No.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm just messing with you.
So yeah, so that was that. So yeah, so these are the different things that I do for my clients. You can go bigger or smaller. I do it to fit your face. What else? This one here is a rimless Dita. Now, just because it's rimless doesn't mean that it has to be a Cartier. Oh, Tell you more. So I can change the shape and size of this lens as well.
Okay.
Because all sunglasses start like this. So anytime it's rimless, I can upgrade it to that lens or a square shaped lens, or I can even still do that shape, but I can put a different lens in there with it where the tint is lighter to where it fits one's personality or daily lifestyle.
Okay. So you have competitors, right? Other people.
I don't.
I love that slide. I love the response. You have individuals who sell eyewear.
Absolutely.
How do you make sure you stand out? What makes you distinct?
Me.
Different.
Honest to God, it's just me. I don't pick up. I try not. So this is the crazy thing with me. I don't do anything that everybody else. I don't do anything that anybody else does. I just don't. I promise you, I will do whatever I feel is best, is good. So how can I say it?
Tell me more. So because I don't know what that means, right?
What that means is, so I market my business totally different from other optical businesses, right? Mm-hmm. So I even started the spinning or the booth. I took a jeweler's spinner. That's how I started showing my glasses, my artwork. When it came to my frames, no one was doing that.
Yes.
Before, I was taking it and I would hold the camera like this. Mm-hmm. No one was doing it just to show the edges and the work. No one was doing that. Now they're doing gloves. I never put gloves on because everybody's doing that now. That is more of a thing to act like they're touching it but that's everybody's way. I show my lifestyle. I show that I'm meet with Trey Songz. I show a lot of my personality. I show my customers off. My customers are my biggest flex. Mm-hmm. Like me making you look good, like me changing you out of those are going to make me feel good. I promise you. So I'm sorry. No. But Yeah, it's gonna make me feel good. So my customers are my biggest flex.
You're putting swag on the industry.
Everybody else. It's not about me. It's literally about my customers.
Because I've been to other eyeglass places because obviously I need to wear glasses. And your approach also kind of shocked me. Like you made it feel like special.
It is.
Versus other places, just pick up some random frames. Okay. Run the insurance. Do you want tenant or not? Do you want what's the other one? Transition.
Care. I really care about how you look. And I don't know how God is gonna take all this energy out of me. I don't know. Like I know once I leave this earth, I just hope that it's somebody else that feels what I'm like, you know what I'm saying? That understands this energy in me. That's it.
So look, we gotta touch some more content topic about the entrepreneur experience though as well, right?
Sick of talking about
I know, but
it's the way my brain works.
I know. You're artist, real. I realized that when I first sat down with you, I was like, wait a minute. I'm gonna have to go slow with this.
She's crazy.
I'm about to go slow with the system.
I tried to be relaxed today, and I tried not to have so much energy, but it just comes out.
What has been the greatest challenges you've had as an entrepreneur, business side?
So the greatest challenge?
Yes.
What has been the greatest challenge? My biggest challenge? I even hate even speaking on this, but just losing my grandmother like the week after my grand opening was devastating. But I had to keep going. That was so heartbreaking. So I had my grand opening that Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and my grandmother passed away that Monday or Tuesday. So she passed from cancer. So that was hard because I was at the beginning. So that was one. And then I had a friend, a really close friend to the business, get killed that September. So my grandmother, we buried her in December, and then we were burying our other friend of the business who got killed that September. That was like 9 months apart. So I'm mourning and that I'm getting my new customers, I'm getting my old customers. I still have to show up and smile. You know, like I have to show up and smile and not crash and have a mental breakdown and make sure you still look good. So more than just money and finances, just going through daily living. Like if I worked for corporate and I hit that dark spot, that dark time in my life, I could probably like take a whole month off for bereavement. I could take a month off for get my doctor to write a note, still get paid, be off work till I'm mentally able to come back. When you have your business that you just grew, you just go. You just float in your own autopilot, and you still have to show up, and you still have to produce. You know what I'm saying? You have to do it. So that was my biggest challenge.
You know, so ironic what you just shared, because I had a conversation with host Ponce earlier today. And oftentimes when entrepreneurs come across some adversity, right? The reaction is to actually pull back. The reaction is to disappear for a week or two. The reaction is to neglect their business, right? And, you know, one of the lessons that I've learned and you've articulated is the successful do what unsuccessful people are unwilling to do. You could have easily folded, but you went ahead and you persevered anyway to continue to build. You showed up for yourself. You showed up for your clients. You showed up for everybody because there are people who are relying upon you. There are people who are relying upon you because they come to you because this is self-esteem, self-concept, sometimes how people look at themselves, right? The people you worked with, your vendors, your contractors, your partners. If you would have stepped down, it wouldn't have just been you,
Mhm.
right?
There's
That's
people it's people depending on me. It's
yeah.
people relying on me and depending on me to make sure that they look good. And you will see it's people they might not even like me as a person,
Mhm.
but they will come because they know I'm dedicated to doing my job.
Yes.
It's people who where there were situations to where their glasses took a lot longer than it was supposed to because of situations with the lab.
Mhm.
There's a custom order and they'll be upset, but when they get their glasses they'll be like, oh my god, you did that. Like they'll be like, it's worth the wait.
Mhm.
I've had that happen before.
Mhm.
So and then they'll still come back. And I also too, I have a way of I don't how I don't deflect,
Mm.
right? So that's a big thing. I don't deflect. And what I mean by that is I take full accountability and responsibility for orders that are lost, that are taking forever. I make sure my customers are compensated, and I keep up with them now. And don't get me wrong, I do apologize. Sometimes it can be overwhelming. Sometimes where you have so many orders and
Mhm.
you have so many issues going on here, so many there. And I beg people to be patient. I do. And then
Mhm.
when I beg them, I say, look, I'm coming. Your order
Mhm.
is coming. I promise you I'm showing up. They forgive me. And then they know that when it's done, their stuff is going to be right and it's going to be exactly what they asked for.
I love it. Okay. You kinda, sorta answer another question that's top of mind while I was listening to you. Because we all get our turn to BS.com, right? Uh, and I'm gonna switch gears here in a moment because I don't want to just lay into the doom and gloom. But oftentimes, I don't think entrepreneurs understand that being an entrepreneur isn't as sexy as they think it is. Right. Right. Because people see the accoutrements of
Yeah.
success, but they don't. And to me, it's almost like looking at a duck paddling across the water. We as entrepreneurs, we have to be that duck on top of the water. Got everything under control, excited, we're enthusiastic, we're here for you. Um, right. Can't let people see you sweat, right?
Yes.
Underneath the water, you paddling fast as all get out, right? It's all kinds of insanity going on underneath the surface
We
of the
have no
water.
idea.
Yes. Um, how did you overcome some of these hurdles you've had to go through, especially when it comes to operations and finance? Like, how do you manage that stress and turmoil?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Every day I try to pray and I speak good into the world. I speak
Mhm.
good into the universe
Mhm.
every day. So, and I want people to know sometimes you can get so defeated that you forget to pray and do that. But if you put
Mhm.
that into your routine, um, I can honestly say, like I just told you, I don't know where this energy come. I don't know why God blessed me to have this energy and to know that He is. People say God, and it is God, but it's you as well. And it's
Mhm.
if you tap into what God blessed you with,
Mhm.
you tap into that, tap into your gift. I promise you, you would not be disappointed or let down. When I know that God blessed me with a gift, I just use it. That's it.
Mhm.
I use the same gift in everything.
Mhm.
And I don't, that's it. I just use what God blessed me with. Everybody has it in them.
Okay.
Everybody has it. You just have to, you got to know, you got to tap into it and you have to point it in the right direction and use it for positive.
3, 5 years from now, I'm reading. We know our best laid plans never go exactly how we desire them, right? They say,
Mhm.
make a plan and, and God will make a fool of you. You'll be laughing, right? But at the same time, no vision, people and a business will perish. So 3 to 5 years from now, ideal world, how is Detroit positioned in the marketplace and in the industry? How will you know you're winning?
I already know I'm winning. So how I would know that I'm winning?
Mm-hmm. What's going to be going on? What I'm going to read about you? This is the 3-paragraph article.
I have no idea because I already had that done.
Okay.
No, I'm joking. So I'm not joking for real. So I am being perfectly honest with you. Everything that I thought that could happen has succeeded. It has like surpassed, but I knew it. I'm telling you, I knew God was going to do that, and I have no idea. I knew it was going to go
No
exactly.
new horizons, though? No new ambitions? You're not trying to,
Yes.
you don't have a bigger dream that's out there?
I have a way bigger dream.
Okay, dude, that's what I'm trying to get at.
Oh,
Talk
you're
to
going
me.
to see serial entrepreneur. You're going to see my hands in just more than just glasses. You're going to see me more so being a consultant. You're going to see me being a mentor for young ladies. You're going to see, I have a mentor. I have a day to community outreach. I have one of my girls that come and work with me. She actually wants to be an eye doctor. I'm proud of her. Like, I'm glad that I can show them the fun part of optical, the fashion part. So I'm able to be an inspiration to a lot of our brown girls. That's my biggest thing because we didn't have that coming up. We had people looking down on us. We had more people looking down on us than helping us. So that's my goal. Like I want it to be serial entrepreneur. I want to have my nonprofit going. I'm going to have that up and running itself. I'm going to have another couple eyeglass places. Those are going to be running itself. So that's in 5 years. You're going to see that. And then you're going to see me on a cover of something, and I'm still going to be the same. Like I'm going to have the same heart and more money.
So you talked about mentorship. I know that's important to you.
Very.
And also from our conversations, I know you understand how important it is to be surrounded by sharp knives, right?
Yes.
People who sharpen you. I have 2 questions. Actually, I have 4 questions.
Okay.
But one of the questions is, what's some of the best business advice you've ever received?
The best business advice that I've ever received. That's a good one. Because I've received so much bad advice. The best advice that I've ever received, to be honest, the best advice that I've gotten was from you. So there were other personal talks as far as in business. So that was a private talk. So I did get great advice, on a personal, like heart-to-heart conversation. Because we had several business conversations where you cracking a whip on me, like, get up, get out the bed, but you're nice about it. So that's good. One of my best advices were, it was something you said and you taught me about how to put different businesses up under an umbrella. Listen, that was because I have so many ideas in the way my brain works. It helped me figure out what I needed to do and what I wanted to do. And I have more questions, but that was that was probably one of the best advices that I could think of now. That was one of, so that's the best I could think of right now. I've heard just keep swimming, of course. But it was a personal conversation that we had, and I'll tell you about that later. But it was about the umbrella and just putting different businesses. So everything else, everybody has great ideas and none of it works. So that's why I just go with the flow and kind of figure out what works. Like somebody be telling me you should do it this way. Somebody tell me you should do it this way. And what I do is I just come to a common sense understanding and I say, okay, it's going to work with a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
You eat the fruit, spit out the, what's for you is for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Eat the meat, spit out the bones. And and what a lot of people don't understand either is that focus and that drive is different. People don't understand you. They don't understand. I had someone saying it was funny. She was joking with me, but this is how people look. She goes, I love you. You're great. You're amazing. And she said, but you just keep going. I've never met anybody like you. She said, you wake up in the morning and you just go.
Mm-hmm.
And your night doesn't end. She goes, and you just keep going. Like, I have a list of rules and things that have to get done.
Mm-hmm.
I have this. I can't talk to you right at this time because right now it's my thinking time. I need this, I need that. And then even in my midst of thinking, oh, I got another idea,
Mm-hmm.
So I use that now.
I like it.
So I'm crazy.
I mean,
you gotta
you
want
have
it.
to. Yeah, I mean,
You gotta want it.
People, what drives me insane is people want extraordinary or elite results.
Yes.
But they're not willing to put in extraordinary or elite work.
Time and work.
Yeah.
None of this is easy. None of this is easy. So even when you add something on your plate, you have to make room for it. It's just it's not easy, but you get up and do it. It's only 24 hours in a day. What you gonna do? Sleep 20? Like, you gonna sleep about 8 of them is gone already. You got 2 more hours to think. I mean, come on, you got to get to it. So it's just it's not enough time in a day when you got things to do.
It's enough. I'll just push back a little bit. It's not about enough time in a day because
you're right.
You can't arm wrestle with time. You can't bribe time. You can't buy more time in a way that the common person would think about. You can't, time don't care. So you said something that caught my attention. You just have to understand that if you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else.
Oh.
It's about priorities. You can't manage time, but you can manage your priorities. And you just have to be really crystal clear about what you're saying yes to and what you have to say no to. Right. And it's hard to put your life's energies behind a compromise. So the things you're saying yes to need to be congruent. They need to be resonant with your self-concept, right? Your values, your principles, how you want to make an impact in it, right? The most important story you'll ever hear in life is the story you tell yourself about yourself. And one of the greatest things about entrepreneurship is you can create your own narrative, right? You can literally curate your narrative because you're not waiting for someone else to give you permission to do so. You chose an entrepreneurship. But you got to make sure the things you say yes to are in alignment. Else you won't have the passion that you have to get up and get it in and do the thing. Right?
Right. Because I'm telling you, it has to be in you. And it doesn't make me sad. It makes me feel good. I got up and I did everything that I said I was going to do in this day. Now I have to add something else in. So that is really my story. I just go.
I'm going to ask one other question, then I'm going to start wrapping up here.
Let's go.
Man, because we've had so many conversations offline.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm going to ask an antithetical question. Like, what's the worst piece of advice you ever received?
Use your business credit. So the reason why that's the worst advice I've ever, when you first start your business, there's no such thing as business credit. So you have to use your own credit. You have to use everything is your name. So the biggest lie I've ever heard was you have nothing to show that you bought it. Like, you have no business funds. Like, you have no business funding. You have no, like, okay, what I mean by that is, let me make this clear. When you start a business and you've never used your business line of credit, you've never poured into your business, you've never bought anything for your business, you bought everything, but you're just starting. You haven't brought in any revenue. Maybe I should say it like that. You haven't brought in a lot of revenue, but you put all this money here. Where do you think they're getting all that credit from? It's not business, it's your personal credit. Your personal credit matters first before your business credit. You cannot have business credit unless you have either $50,000 employees or unless you bring in at least $1 million. That's
there was a game that was being played several years ago where you could do that. There were games that people were playing, but just like anything else, the financial service industry caught up to it, right? They caught up to it because there's still a lot of entrepreneurs out there. You already know what my attitude is. I feel like you need to build both.
You do.
Right. But there are a lot of people who are saying your personal credit can be in the toilet and A, B, C, and D.
Yeah, that's
and all you gotta
like
do,
your credit, your
open up
personal
this
credit don't
account
work.
with this particular bank, go to this particular lender,
Yes,
follow this particular plan.
they're all
Your personal,
lies.
and you could, and people, you don't have to show your actual income, which is fraud. People was fudging the numbers.
Yeah. Yep.
And that game lasted for a minute, and then it stopped working.
And look at us. Look at people like us. I mean, I'm not you, but I'm just saying people like us that started our business in 2020, 2021 and 2020. Now all the fraud has happened. You left nothing for us. There's nothing left for us. We can get business loans, but I'm sure we can now. But that was a lie. So that easy business credit is not going to show on your credit. That's a lie. It's your personal credit first. So
it reminds me of when I was in the banking industry back in 2000, and we had all these people coming in, and I remember I would have clients coming in saying, just increase my income by 30K. Just an extra 30K so I get approved for this loan and get this home. And I remember looking, I'm like, you don't want this. I promise you don't. It's a game people running for a moment, but this lax underwriting is going to come back to kill you, right? I remember talking to people about not getting ARMs because, adjustable rate mortgages, because it's like when you take shortcuts oftentimes.
Oh my God.
It's like a baby wetting their diaper. If you ever watch a baby wet their diaper, it feels real good.
They be like,
they smiling, they chilling. You know what I mean? Like they're like, this is what's up. I'm warm. And then
now it's cold. Yes. Yeah.
Caught up. All right. So many different directions we can go from here. All right. So
cold
a question I always you thinking about it too.
Yeah, it's just cold and sticky. Now. Like, oh, you in a sticky, cold situation.
Yeah. A question I oftentimes ask entrepreneurs to help either the next entrepreneur who we may interview, or quite frankly, those who are listening in. Where are you drawing your inspiration from? Either author, book, podcast, like where, obviously your spiritual life comes first and foremost in your faith, right? But are there any, I hate using the word influencer because there's so many gurus.
Inspirations.
Try to celebrate the gurus, right? But who are you? Who are you paying your mind to get that inspiration?
So this is gonna sound so crazy when I say this because, like I said, I read a lot too, but I read a lot of different. I'm sorry.
It's all good. Go ahead.
Oh. I have a lot of inspirational people. So I get a lot of my inspirations from my mom, believe it or not. That's number for real, but that's beside the point. I mean, I'm going to give my mom a shout out for real because my mother raised me with spirituality first. She raised me I was raised in the church, but besides just church life, and my mother took spirituality serious. So, and then I talk to my mom in the morning, and my mother, I always have a story for her because me and my mom, so that's like my morning coffee to mine, blah, 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 blah. So I get a lot, I get a lot of that from my mom. Like my mom has she's not old because she had us young, but she has an old spirit. So all she knows is how to be a mom. So shout out to Tina Thomas. But other than that, I look at a lot of different people, right? So I'm gonna use this for example. Yeah, I'm gonna think I'm crazy. So I look at how hard Beyonce worked. I might not like or I might not even be a super Beehive fan.
Mm-hmm.
But I look at her work ethic to where
Mm.
she didn't stop. We were playing at her age. We were outside listening to her music.
Mm-hmm.
All she did was work, dance, work.
Mm.
Look at that work ethic, but she's a Virgo too. So shout out to the Virgos. That's the one, and I like how she keeps her life private, her personal life, and she goes to work and do the best that she can. Also, I'm inspired by Michael Jackson for the same reasons. He's a Virgo too. He's a Virgo too. We outside, everybody outside playing, listening to his music. He's getting to the bag. You know what I'm saying? He's slipping through the crevices while everybody's out doing. He's slipping. Now, don't get me wrong. Along the way, a lot of stuff happened to him mentally. But as far as perseverance, it's him. I look at that. I look at who else? I know I'm just naming artists right now, but I'm just speaking on familiarity right now. Just who people could relate to and have in common with. I don't look at people on how. I don't look at people at how everybody likes them. That's not how I look at people. How I look at why people like them and how they got there and how they're making us feel. So they have to work hard to make us feel or look a certain way. So it's kind of like I take that and I say, so while everybody else is out here doing this, I'm going to figure out a way how to make people look good in their glasses, make my customers feel good, make them look good. Versus that's like same analogy.
Yeah.
They're going to figure out a way to make us feel good, make us become a fan, make us, and while everybody is receiving it, they're making a living doing it. So I figured out my superpower.
I like it.
So I look at different stars that work here, like Chris Brown. People can't stand Chris Brown, but that man works hard. Like I look at all of that. But I'm just speaking on relatable people. I read books, guys, but
well, I mean, I want you to be a little bit selfish here too, though. I mean, what are you pouring into your cup? Fill it up.
I read a lot. I listen to a lot. I mean, we don't have a lot to talk about, but
it's a lot. That's me.
Listen.
What's the last book you read that made an impact?
The last book I read was what was the name of the last book I read? To be honest with you, it was a Bible story.
I like it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
It was about the last Bible. Like I read the Bible, so I read like a lot of little stories, like a perseverance, right? So the first one, I am like super in love with like the Moses story. I always go to the Moses story. I really do. If let my people go, I know it's Black History, so I was trying not to speak on that. But
that is Black History, though.
Yeah, it's Black History.
Yeah.
I try not to speak on it because it's Black History and I don't want to be but I always read stories in the Bible. So the last book I read was the Bible. The other book was Every Little Step I Took by Bobby Brown. I read that all the time. But the last book I actually read that was like for inspiration was Moses, the Departed, when he departed the Red Sea. So that was the last story I read. I read another story this morning, a Bible story. So that was Moses departing the Red Sea, guys. How we were held in captivity. And I also like the fact that Moses wasn't one of them. He was actually one of us. And there's this, so that was the Harriet Tubman story almost as well. So I like to read things for how that was like 300 plus years ago and how Harriet Tubman became another Moses, but that's all within us. So I listened to all that of how the Spirit of God is in all of us in some way, shape, or form. I read the last one I read. Another one I read was what was it? John the Baptist got his head cut off. Yeah, that was it's pretty gory. Yeah, so
tell me more. What impact did that story make?
All of them have spiritual meanings, spiritual beings, right? So all of them have perseverance. All of them have the thing, shows everything they had to go through to get to where they were trying to go. Just like Moses was going to the promised land, but he made a bad choice on his way, so he never got in. But he made that promise. His job was to lead his people to the promised land. So my job is to lead people to beautiful glasses.
Finish what you started.
Well, finish what I started. But no, it's also to be an inspiration. I don't take this lightly. I take what I do serious. So it's also to be an inspiration to the generations under us. So when our next Bible is written, we will be in there. And God will say, this girl stood at the bus stop. It rained on her, had so much trauma and things happened. Like she was born into trauma. We were born into trauma. We were born in a crack pandemic.
That's interesting to reflect on it like that.
We were born into trauma. We were born to have that whole era. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we were born into trauma, and we since we've been here, it's been nothing but war and trauma.
Yeah. There's what's the gentleman's name? John Hope Bryant. He talks about this a lot, where he believes that 90% of African Americans are suffering from some type of trauma to varying degrees, right? To just maybe the residue of it making an impact and coloring our self-concept and how we view each other and the world around us, to those who are suffering from acute trauma, right? Where literally the chains are there, right? I don't disagree with that. From the time I think about that quote from Malcolm X, right? He said, "We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us." And we've been dealing with that ever since.
Yes.
But we talk about spirituality and these stories. Like, I firmly believe look, the Bible is a story of Nubian ebony people.
Listen,
and there's a river, right? It's like we can go further. There's still a lot of BS.com we have to overcome. But I would say we've been able to achieve, not because, but in spite of the BS.com. And there's power in that, right? I wish these kids would learn coming up behind us that, no, you were not born from concrete. Like, you stand on the shoulders of some powerful people. You stand on the shoulders of blues people. You stand on the shoulders of architects. You stand on, man, don't let me get to preaching.
The way you look at things and the way you process things. So it's so crazy too, because I have a different outlook on our ancestors and my mom, my grandmother, and the older I get, the more I realize, like, dang. I realize, like, you ever had that family member and they went to Vietnam, and when we were coming up, we were just taught, like, ignore them. But this person had some major trauma, and they put us in the house with them. But that wasn't me, though. I'm just saying I had an uncle, but I'm just saying, but that was a lot of, instead of getting him help, you put them in a house with them. You put people in a house with someone who had that type of trauma. So then I found out too, another family member was held captive, had captivity of war.
Prisoner of war, yeah.
Prisoner of war, I'm sorry. Was held in captive. It was held in captivity. So it's a lot of things that we forget that's a trigger. And now I have way more patience and understanding for our people. I do.
Yeah, I mean, at so many levels, whether
It's
it be
like I
family,
forgive 'em.
community. We got to give our elders more grace. It is, and I will willingly admit there are times where I've been impatient. But when you take inventory of what had to be transcended in order for us to even be able to have this conversation in this space and achieve some of the things that we achieve, yeah.
It's disappointing. It's so disappointing to see the disrespect that goes on now. It's so disappointing.
I know where you're going with this. Yeah. Yeah.
It's so disappointing. But hopefully we get it together. But it's even far as like even us. Let's just say this: we were the ones catching the bus, walking everywhere to get to where we're going to. Now your kids don't even know what it's like to walk to the store.
This is true. This is true.
We had to go through all of this to get.
I remember
here.
walking an hour to middle school and an hour back, and walking through the snow and getting chased by the dogs.
We were okay.
And dealing with the crazy people walking around me and understanding how to navigate what that was.
By 6 dogs.
Yeah.
Don't the stray dogs.
Yeah.
Yes, that literally happened to me at 10.
You know what we have to do a better job of? And I don't want to go too far down this rabbit hole. This is a whole other conversation. It'll be another hour. I will. Not only do we need to exercise grace with our elders, we also have to take responsibility.
Yes, we do.
The reason why the kids coming behind us behave like they're born from concrete is we have not, I'm speaking of our peer group, done a good enough job of ensuring that they know the history, that they know the road that's been traversed, that they know the price that was paid. Because it's not being taught. And if you're not taught who you are, if you're not taught whose you are, if you're not taught whose shoulders you stand on, then you get out of pocket. You get out of pocket, right? I can always tell when someone knows nothing of our history, fast, real quick in a hurry. Because
it's sad.
Yeah. Because some of the ignorant stuff that gets articulated today, like I don't even want to. I try not to clown people or hate on people publicly. Some of this leave it alone. But anyone who's paying attention knows who I'm talking about. Some of these artists, some of these people who have like some significant influence, right? Who just don't seem to get it, right? And who little people who came 50 years ago, 100 years ago, 200 years ago.
Oh,
right?
It's the most disrespectful things. Yes. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, that conversation offline.
Yeah, it's disrespectful no matter what you feel. You don't publicly say certain things. We do have a voice, but some things are just not made to be publicly.
Well, they don't understand the game we're playing. They don't understand the game we're playing, right? Other communities don't make that errant judgment because they understand the game that they're playing. And the greatest trick the devil has ever played is making people forget about it. It's the greatest trick, making people forget that that the devil's real. He exists. That's the greatest trick that he's ever played, is making people forget. And I'm using the word devil not just not literally, but metaphorically, right? That it's real, like, and there's consequences behind it. And we just need to mature in our thinking. We need to mature as a culture and make sure that we pass that word on. I mean, there's a reason why I don't clown people publicly, because I understand the game that's being played.
We totally understand the game that's being played.
Yeah, and when you're an entrepreneur, you should
totally
get it, because it's just as hard as you had to work to build your thing. The person that you're clowning on, stepping on, causing problems and hateration and all this other BS.com, they went through the same thing. It's like it does not serve you long term. When elephants fight, the grass gets trampled.
Really?
When elephants, think about that. When elephants fight, the grass gets trampled. When people who achieved a certain level start fighting, you're trampling the community. You are trampling the community. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So for individuals who want to get connected, they want the day twa experience. They want the candy experience.
Period. The clean the Cartier.
They want the experience. How do they get in contact with you? Where can they find you?
You can find me at my store, 21700 Greenfield Road, Suite 313. Day Twa Luxury Eyewear authorized dealer. We take HSA, Care Credit, and other with ASEMA and what else? FSA. We take a lot of plans. So
people can go
cash
and
credit.
check for you. You know they're gonna
Yes.
check for you. Where can they find you?
Instagram, Queen of Cartier, Daytois. It's Queen of Cartier Daytois or Queen of Cartier. It's 2 handles. And then I have another handle, That's So Candy. That's So Candy with the Candi. So it's That's So Candy. So that's just my Instagram handle for just being a serial entrepreneur. I'll be tapping into my other projects on that page. And then I have another page, 313 Daytois. That's the business page. But then you have Queen of Cartier, Daytois.
We're gonna talk about some of these other projects.
Absolutely.
People got to know, like,
I got too much going on. It's too much. It's too much going on. Wait till I talk to my business. What I call you? This is my what I call you? I always say he's my business the person advisor.
I can accept that.
I have to talk to my business advisor first. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna drive him crazy this year.
I welcome it. I celebrate your continued success. Keep crushing
Thank
it.
you.
Just keep building those taller buildings.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. So let's go here. And